Hey friends, welcome to our question and review segment where I will be covering the challenging problem from our episode Equivalent Fractions Part 2. So we're just going to dive into the lesson. Let's get ready to learn, and let's start by reviewing the problem. You are at a birthday party and there is an ice cream cake cut into 20 pieces. Someone dares you to eat 3/4 of the cake. How many pieces of cake would you have to eat to complete that dare? So the first thing we should do is reread the problem and highlight any important information. And then we're going to make a list of all the important information to help us think. The cake was cut into 20 pieces. So I know the total amount of pieces that make a whole cake is 20. The number of parts we are focusing on is the amount of cake you are being challenged to eat, which is unknown. But what we do know is that the unknown amount of cake out of this 20-piece cake is supposed to be equal to 3/4. And since these fractions are supposed to equal each other, they are equivalent fractions. So let's write this situation into an equation. We have an unknown amount of pieces from the cake. Out of the 20 pieces that make a full cake, this unknown fraction will be the same as 3/4 of the cake. And since these fractions are equal to each other, we can actually flip this equation around. So these two fractions are supposed to be equivalent. And we remember from our last lesson that equivalent fractions can be calculated by multiplying a number to both the numerator and the denominator. So we have to figure out what times 4 equals 20. 5. 4 times 5 equals 20. Since we multiplied 5 to the denominator, we need to multiply 5 to the numerator to complete this equation. 3 times 5 equals 15. So 15 20s and 3/4 are equivalent. And that's how we know if you wanted to eat 3/4 of that cake, you would have to eat 15 slices. Thank you for taking the time to level up with me. I'm Mr. Wayne signing out. Be safe out there, friends.